Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with the next installment of my Battle of the, and today we're going to handle purples. So this is the third installment of the Battle of the lipstick series. I've already done reds and nudes, but now it's time to into more kind of fun colors. So yeah, today we're going to jump into purples, and I'm just going to start by showing you the lipsticks. So as I've done before, I am going to kind of categorize them into kind of similar colors. So I'm going to start with the first lipstick, which is going to be one from Revlon, and it's one of their Just Bitten Kissable Balm stains in the shade Darling. So this is the kind of lightest purple that I have. This formula is quite nice. I actually do quite like it. I remember when I was younger, I absolutely love these. I didn't use this color that much, but I did go for a few other colors in the range a lot, and I still think this is a formula that definitely holds up, and I think it is stunning. The color itself is not the most wearable purple, and I'm actually going to start with the more kind of blue toned out there purples and then move into more warmer tone purple at the end. So this one is definitely a blue toned purple, and it's very kind of out there. However, the formula of this makes it more kind of wearable because it is sheerer. But yeah, that is the first lipstick that I'm going to use to compare, and again, this is in the shade Darling. So there you have Darling on my hand, just to show you what it looks like. So next up we have a Maybelline lipstick, and this is one of their matte lipsticks in the shade Blushing Pout. So this formula is very different from the last one because this is a matte lipstick. So I do really like these Maybelline kind of matte lipsticks. I used to want to collect them all. I think they are beautiful formulas. However, it is getting a bit older now. I think I've had this for about 3 years now, so it is getting on the older side, and I definitely feel like with these Maybelline lipsticks, the formula isn't as long lasting as other lipsticks that I've had, and I feel like this is getting a bit older. But taking that aside, the shade of this is absolutely stunning, and I really love how it looks on my lips. I think this is, since it is kind of a lighter kind of purple, but it still has a lot of pink in it as well. If you want to go for that really blue toned purple, I think this is a really good choice to go for, because yeah, it does have that pink in it as well. Yeah, I do really like this. I think this is very much kind of reminiscent of the 60s in my opinion. Don't know why, I just feel like that when I wear this, and I do really like this lipstick. But I'm gonna move on to comparing this to the next one as well. So to show you on my hand, that is the Maybelline lipstick next to the other one, and as you can see, this one does have quite a bit of pink in it, but they are quite similar and in the same color family. So next to that we have this one from Colourpop, and this is one of their lipsticks in the Matte X formula, and the shade is Boa. So Boa is actually quite similar to the last lipstick. This one leans a little bit more kind of purple though, rather than pink. I really like Boa. I think it is stunning, and again, I feel like this is kind of the 60s kind of lipstick. They just reminds me of that. I think these two are quite similar. When I swatch them on my hand, I can see a difference. However, on the lips, they are super similar. I think that the main difference is that Boa is a little bit more vibrant, and as I said, it has more purple in it rather than pink, which is probably also why it looks more vibrant. With the formula of these, you all know that I love them. They are absolutely beautiful lipsticks, and yeah, I think that's all I have to say for this one for now, and I'm going to show you the comparison swatches. So there you have Boa swatch on my hand, and I think this is exactly kind of the same shade as the Darling lipstick, just a different formula, as you can see. So that's them three swatched out. So next up in the comparison, actually last in the comparison, we have the Smashbox Be Legendary lipstick in the shade Tableau. So this one is again a kind of blue toned purple pink. It is really similar again to the other shades. I think this is kind of a dead on shade match for the Colourpop lipstick, but it's just a completely different formula. So this one I love, and again, you probably know that I love this formula as well. I think it's so stunning, and I think this lipstick is very unique. Another thing that I really love about the Smashbox Be Legendary lipsticks is that they are super thin. They don't feel heavy on the lips at all, but they are super opaque and still moisturizing. I just think they are beautiful lipsticks. The lasting power is pretty decent for a glossy lipstick like that, or creamy lipstick rather than a matte one. But obviously it's not going to last as long as a matte lipstick. But yeah, I absolutely love this formula, and I'm just going to go ahead and compare it to the other ones. So there you have the last lipstick swatched out, and as I said, it is really similar to the Colourpop one. So when it comes to these four, I am gonna keep 2 of them and declutter 2 of them. I'm gonna start from the bottom. So the Revlon lipstick, I don't think really that any of these kind of match the Revlon lipstick. However, if I'm gonna go for a glossy kind of a shade like this, I am definitely going to reach for the Smashbox lipstick over the Revlon one. And although they aren't exactly the same, I just think the Smashbox lipstick is way more flattering on me. I think it suits me way better, and yeah, I don't think I would ever reach for the Revlon one when I have the Smashbox one. So this Revlon lipstick is going to leave my collection. And then when it comes to the other ones, again, as you probably can guess, I'm going to keep the Smashbox one. So when it comes to these two, they are super similar. Swatching them out on my hand, you can see there is a slight difference between them, but they all look really similar on the lips. So I had a long thought about these 2 lipsticks because I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. And initially I thought that I was going to keep the Maybelline lipstick because it is a bit more wearable, it has some more pink in it like I mentioned, and it isn't as dark on the lips, it's not as out there as the Colourpop one. So initially I thought that I was going to keep that. However, the more I thought about it, the more I thought that if I'm going to wear something like that, a color like that, I'm definitely going to want to have something that stands out. So I actually lean more towards keeping the Colourpop one, and yeah, I just think that if I want to go for something like that and not wear something completely out there, I would probably go for a really blue toned pale pink rather than this kind of purpley pink. And then again, the Maybelline lipstick is getting older, so I'd rather just keep the one that is fresher and that isn't on the verge of going bad. So that's why I'm going to keep the Colourpop lipstick and declutter the Maybelline one. So again, to show you, I am decluttering these 2 and keeping these 2. So next up we have this lipstick right here, which is basically the last one in the really blue toned purple category, and this one is in the shade Heroine from MAC. So Heroine is one of their matte formulas, and it is really stunning. It's quite new to my collection, so I haven't used it too much. So this color is definitely a statement. I wouldn't wear this every single day, and I haven't reached for it too much since purchasing it, but yeah, I definitely think it's a stunning shade and it's very unique in my collection. I don't have anything like it in my collection at all. I think it looks stunning on me, but I think if you pair it with the wrong eye makeup and the wrong kind of cheek products and stuff, it will not look the greatest. I still think it's completely stunning. I definitely would recommend this if you are of a darker skin tone. I think this will look absolutely stunning on you. If you are darker than me, like a medium to dark skin tone, this will look absolutely smashing on you. So yeah, I think that would be good. And I think if you are pale like me, it is definitely a statement. I think it's nice to reach for this one rather than like a red or something like that if you want to make a statement lip. But yeah, I still need to kind of push myself out of my comfort zone a little bit with this lipstick because it's not something that I'm used to. But despite all of that, I am going to keep this because, like I said, I don't have anything like it, and I think it is quite stunning when I do actually reach for it. And just to show you, that is the Heroine lipstick swatched on my hand. So we're actually halfway through my purple lipsticks. I don't have too many, actually, I only have 10 lipsticks. And next up we're going to do some comparison again, and I think with the rest I'm actually just going to put all of them on my hand and then let you know what I'm going to do. So the first one that we have is this one right here, which is another one from Colourpop, and it's another one of their Matte X formulas, and the shade this time is Back Up. So this is what I would say more of a wearable purple. Looking at it compared to everything else, it's more of it has more warmth to it in a way, and it's not as kind of bright and blue toned. It's obviously definitely still purple, which is why it's in this category, but it is just more kind of muted, which I like. I would say this one is probably still more blue toned than the rest that I will show you, but it is definitely kind of, yeah, it's more muted than the rest that I showed you, which is why I'm putting it in this half of the categories. But this shade is something that I reach for if I want like a dark vampy purple, but not something as bright as Heroine, for example. And yeah, again, I love this formula. It's an absolutely beautiful lipstick, and yeah, that is the first one. The second one up is a classic in my collection. It's a nostalgic favorite of mine, and the shade I'm talking about is one of MAC's lipstick in the shade Rebel. So Rebel is absolutely worn down for me. I wore this so many times when I was younger, especially. I haven't really reached for it that much in the last few years, but it is absolutely stunning. So I think when I put Rebel next to the last one, you will see what I mean with the warmth, because they are quite similar, but comparing this one to the other ones that I've showed you, it's completely different. It's a completely different type of purple. So yeah, this one is more kind of rich and ready purple. It's a warm kind of purple rather than a blue tone purple, and that obviously makes it more wearable. I think that's why I've worn Rebel so much in the past few years. I mean, it is still worn down, but it is quite kind of low. I'm going to show it next to Heroine, which is quite a new like lipstick in my collection again, so just showing the difference. I mean, it's not like completely worn down, but for being such a bright color, especially when I was younger, it is definitely worn a lot. So when it comes to Rebel now, I do still love it. I still think it's a stunning shade, but I don't reach for it as much as I used to. I don't really reach for it at all. Actually, we are still in kind of winter time, and I don't think I reached for this once in the last kind of fall. Granted, that could be because of my lipstick roulette in this kind of series, because I've been so occupied using other lipsticks that I haven't really reached for it. But that is this lipstick for now, and let's move on to the next one. And yeah, showing you Rebel on my hand, you can see these are definitely kind of similar, and comparing Rebel to these ones, this is definitely more kind of warm purple. So next up we have another lipstick from MAC, and this one is in the shade Plumful. So Plumful is definitely the most wearable purple that I own. I think some people may actually put this in more of a mauve category rather than purple, but I think it's still like kind of justifies as a purple in my opinion. But this one is one of their luster finishes, so it's more of a sheer one. And yeah, I think this is one that I can reach for when I want something more wearable. I want something kind of in the purple hue, but I don't want my lipsticks to be out there. I don't think if I wore this, someone would be like, whoa, that's purple, but it still gives that kind of purple effect. So this is a lipstick that I actually like quite a lot. Again, I haven't reached it for that much in the last kind of few months, but I definitely think it's a stunning lipstick, and it again is quite a unique one because I don't really have anything else in this shade. Just as Heroine is very kind of unique in the sense of it being like extremely out there, very bright. This is kind of unique in the sense of being like purple but still really very wearable and like a really stunning flattering shade. So yeah, this one is again an older lipstick in my collection, so I do want to get some use out of this one, but I absolutely love it for now. So yeah, that is MAC Plumful. And to show you on my hand, that is MAC Plumful, and you can definitely see that it's in the same color family, although it is more kind of sheer and wearable. So the last MAC lipstick that we have is this one right here, which is in the shade Flat Out Fabolous. So this is one of their retro matte lipsticks, which means that it's very kind of matte and draggy. So these lipsticks can be a bit harder to put on, but they are just stunning and really long lasting. I got hooked on the retro matte formula by wearing Ruby Woo so much, and it is stunning. I absolutely love this formula because it is so long wearing and so matte. Some people think these are too drying, and I can see where they come from, but I just love them so much, and I try to use these when my lips are moisturized beforehand, and it actually is usually fine. But yeah, just be kind of aware that these can be a bit too drying when you just put them on over top of like bare lips. So this again is a very bright out there purple, but comparing it to Heroine, since this has more warmth to it, more kind of pinky undertones rather than blue toned undertones, I definitely think this is more wearable. But yeah, this is also quite a new one to my collection. I think I picked this up kind of similar time as I did Heroine, so I haven't used it too much, but I think this is an absolutely stunning shade and I do really love it. I see myself reaching for this more than Heroine because of the shade and because of the formula, because I do love this formula so much. But yeah, that is MAC's Flat Out Fabolous. And just to show you on my hand, that is the swatch on my hand, so you can see the difference. It's a huge difference between this and Heroine, for example, like I said. So the last and final lipstick is actually the one that I've been wearing throughout this whole video, and it's one of my Tom Ford lipsticks in this shade Violet Fatale. So this lipstick is again kind of in the same color family as the last ones that I've shown you. It is actually quite similar to Flat Out Fabolous. It's more of a sheerer kind of formula, and it's obviously glossy rather than matte. This lipstick is beautiful. Again, it feels really lightweight on the lips and it's super moisturizing. These Tom Ford lipsticks are absolutely beautiful. Are they worth the money in my opinion? It's a hard question to answer. I think with this shade, I don't think it's worth it, but I also had a new shade from them which I panned earlier this year, and I absolutely love that lipstick so much. So yeah, with this one I don't think I would repurchase this if I lost it or something like that, because I don't think it is worth it for the shade that it is. But in general, they are beautiful lipsticks, and I definitely think this is one of the most kind of beautiful formulas that I have, but I just don't think it's worth the price tag, if that makes sense. This one, as you've been seeing in the whole video, is a very kind of nice, again, more wearable purple. It definitely leans more pink than purple, similar to Fatale Fabolous. And yeah, it just, like I said, it's really comfortable. I've been wearing it all the video, and yeah, it just feels really lightweight and comfortable to wear. So showing you that on my hand, you can see it there, and it is quite similar to Fatale Fabolous, like I mentioned, but it is used a completely different formula because this is more of a glossy shade, as you can see on my lips right now, compared to the complete matte that Fatale Fabolous is. So when it comes to these lipsticks, you can see them right there on my hand. So they are all very different in my opinion. The only lipstick that I saw when I kind of went through these that I would declutter was either this one, which is I know Intense, or Rebel from MAC, because they are quite similar. I mean, Rebel is definitely darker, as you can see right there, compared to this one, and I would say this is more kind of, this is more purple than this one, because I think this one is more kind of pinky. But that's the only kind of comparison I did. The rest of them are very different, or again, kind of comparing these two, are also very similar, but use completely different formulas. So kind of summarizing that up, I had a really hard time finding something to declutter. I think what I would do, because I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna declutter any more of those. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna decide to pan one, and if I'm honest, it's probably gonna most likely be Rebel, because of the age of it, and also because I'm already quite far through it. The other lipstick I may kind of pan rather than Rebel is this one from Tom Ford, because I think with this one it is both similar to Rebel but also to Fatale Fabolous. So this one is kind of the one that seems like the most obvious choice to declutter or pan, but I just love the formula of this. I definitely prefer this formula to the Rebel lipstick, which is what makes it harder. So for now, I'm going to keep all of them, but I'm going to end up panning either Rebel or the Tom Ford lipstick, depending on what I choose to do. But that is the plan for these ones, and that means that out of these 10 lipsticks, I decided to declutter 2, which I don't think is too shabby. I don't have too many purples, as you've seen, but since there is quite a lot of variety between these purples as well, I don't think decluttering 2 is that bad. I'm actually quite proud of myself to be able to declutter 2 of them. But yeah, that is kind of the end of the lipstick declutter. So yeah, like I said, I decluttered 2 lipsticks, which means I'm decluttering a fifth of what I had, which is 20%, which again is not too shabby. I'm really happy with that. So out of the purples, I'm going to put 8 lipsticks back in my collection. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna continue doing the series. I'm actually really happy that I'm finally doing it, and I'm so pleased that I'm downsizing my lipstick collection, because it's very well needed. But if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would love to have you in the family also if you're not subscribed already, so click that button below if you aren't, and otherwise I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!